Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. Wow, we got some breaking news. We got some breaking news today, man. We just got the news probably about 3 or 4 hours ago that Terence Bud Crawford has officially retired from the sport of boxing. Hit that like button. Come on in, man. We got to talk about it. We had definitely got to talk about it tonight. Unexpected turn of events. Bud Crawford has pulled the plug on his boxing career, and he said he is out of here. Salute to everybody in the building. Man, wow, man. I see everybody in the building early. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat early. He says, Bushido Boxing and Terence Bud Crawford till eternity. We keep on going no matter the obstacle. The comeback is greater than a setback. Thanks, Bud. That's right, man. Thank you, Terence Crawford, for just entertaining us for all these years and giving us some of the best action we've seen in the ring in a long time, right? I mean, it's just so much to talk about when it comes to Terence Crawford and what he has done. I probably gonna have another show Sunday, and I'm gonna have a panel, and I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on your favorite Crawford fight, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're gonna have a show this Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, the breaking news is that Bud Crawford has officially retired from the sport of boxing. Um, it's kind of out of nowhere. But we kind of seen it coming, but then we didn't, right? Because it's not like he was telling us, oh, well, I'm going to retire and I'm thinking about it. He wasn't really talking too much about it, but then he just out of nowhere, he just laid it down to us, right? We thinking that he's going to be potentially rematching Canelo Alvarez and all this other stuff. Nope. He is walking away from the sport of boxing. And I'll be honest, it's kind of bittersweet, right? And I know you guys probably feel the same, that it's kind of one of those bittersweet things where you're kind of glad he leaving, but you're kind of not glad he leaving, right? Like you want him to retire and get up out of here and retire immortal. 42 and 0 undefeated, great career, one of the best careers in boxing history. You want him to leave on this high note, right? But then again, you're gonna be sad to see him leave because he put up such great fights, and his character as a person and everything else that comes with Terence Bud Crawford made him just, I guess you could say, do we want to say an icon in the sport of boxing? I mean, Terence Bud Crawford is that guy, right? Terence Bud Crawford is that guy. He just, man, let me just see what some of you guys are saying. Hey, I do deserve an interview with Bud, man. I'm gonna see what I can do, man. I don't really normally do the interview thing, but I'm gonna see if I can get Bud on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause over here on this side of the internet, we've been holding Bud Crawford down through the thick and thin, through the ups and downs, through it all, right? We've been holding him down over here on Bushido Boxing. So I'm gonna see if I can get Bud himself on the show. It's kind of a process to get Crawford, probably even especially now. But I'm gonna see we see what I can do. Right, you remember coming to my channel years ago? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Yeah, I'm just reading through the comments. You said Canelo postponing till September. You said did Janabek decision help with Crawford's decision? Um, Possibly, bro. Possibly, because Crawford's only looking for the big fights and the fights that mean something. And now ain't nothing else mean nothing. They took the belt away from him. There's no really other big fights out there for him that's feasible. The other big fight was the battle with retirement. You know what I'm saying? That was his last fight. It was the fighting with retirement. Should I just go ahead and walk away while I'm still healthy and everything else, right? Didn't take much damage throughout his career. Um, Man, I mean, Terence Crawford, if you want to model a fighter's career and leave it for generations to come, well, you want to model a guy like Bud Crawford, the way he kind of did it, you know. But I also got the retirement video of Bud. He had a retirement video, official retirement video. I'm gonna play it when some more people get in here. But yeah, man, I don't I I don't even know where to go with this because it just kind of came out of nowhere. And it's almost like what now, right? This is going to be a huge void in the sport. But we knew this was coming, right? This day was going to eventually come, and it's here now. A few days, what, a week before Christmas, Bud Crawford retired from the sport of boxing, and now we got to look to the next guy to take the mantle. Who is the next guy to carry the mantle, right? Because that Bud, there's some huge shoes to fill, and Crawford set the bar really high. Not only how he performed in the ring, but just how he conducted himself. You know, how he conducted himself in general throughout his whole career, through the ups and downs, through the thick and thin, through the bad moments, through the moments where it looked like he wasn't gonna even get the big fights, right? Like that's what Crawford needed. That was his main thing, is him getting the main guys in the ring, and eventually he started getting these dudes in the ring. You said haters still hating? They ain't gonna have nobody to hate on. Who are you gonna hate on? You know what I'm saying? You can't hate on Bud no more. He gone now. He says, walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. Hashtag Crawford era. He's walking away as an all-time great, y'all. I think this was the best move for him. The politics of boxing, certain things could have happened to where they kind of tarnished his reputation, his legacy if he stuck around. I think he got out at the right time. Of course, it's still a bittersweet moment for us fans, but it was the right move to make at the end of the day. He got up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Clean. Another one got away, y'all. You know what I'm saying? SOG got out of there. Floyd Mayweather got up out of there. And now Bud Crawford got up out of there. Right? They got up out of there, bro. They retired from the sport of boxing under fucking defeated, bro. You know how hard it is to retire from boxing undefeated, bro? Like, how, like anything can happen in a fight. And when we looking at Bud Crawford and how his career played out, I mean, name a career that played out better than Bud Crawford's. Unless we want to talk about how much money a guy made like Canelo or Floyd. But when we talking in totality, the performances in the ring and everything else, I mean, who's done it better than Bud? Who? Name them. I can't name nobody. I can't say Lennox Lewis. I can't say Ali. I can't like I can't. I can't. He's like do I want to say he's like the Michael Jordan of boxing? Do I want to say that? Is Bud Crawford the Michael? Was he the Michael Jordan of boxing? I mean, think about his career, y'all. And we gonna talk in more detail this weekend. But think about his career, how he just got through everybody, bro. Think about the sparring session, and I actually want to do a kind of a breakdown on that. But the sparring session that Timothy Bradley released, I'm not sure if you guys seen it. It's about 30-some minutes long. It's 3 sessions. Excellent fucking work. And this is before he became who he is today, long before that. And he looked phenomenal even back then, handling Timothy Bradley like he was a champion himself. And Timothy Bradley was a proven fighter, a champion. He was one of the best fighters in the sport at that time. And Crawford was, come on, man. Name a guy. Name him. I can't name not one fighter, and it's no disrespect to none of the greats, but I can't name nobody that had a better career than Bud Crawford, bro. And I'm not just talking about how much money they made. I'm talking about just everything all together. Name him. This dude never even had a fucking split decision, bro. No close calls, not even against Canelo, who's one of the hardest fighters in boxing to beat. Because not only is it hard to beat Canelo, like by fighting him, because he's a tough fighter, but you got to beat the politics that comes with him. And he beat all that shit, bro. Clean. Beat the big fish on his turf. right? He went over there to PBC and beat the big fish, stopped him, left no room for no error, destroyed Sean Porter, right? Nobody stopped Sean Porter. Sean Porter's one of the toughest dudes to fight when he was fighting. One of the toughest dudes to fight. He was just a tough fight for everybody. It's hard to look good against him. He made it look good, right? Every style that we seen this dude in the ring with, he was able to figure it out and handle it accordingly, bro, with no problems. No matter what you was doing, he was gonna figure it out and dominate you. Hell of a guy, man. Hell of a guy. Salute to everybody in the building. You said time for Bud to commentate now. Will be good too. He probably should. I think Bud might do some stuff like that. Commentate here and there. Just to be involved with the sport, because I don't think he's gonna truly be able to truly just completely walk away from boxing. You know, this is something he's been doing his whole life. And he seems to really like to be out and about at the fights. And, you know, he just really seems to enjoy this now. Back in the day, he didn't seem to enjoy all of the stuff outside of fighting too much. But now he seems to embrace his new position, his role, his where he's at. He's embracing it. So I don't think Bud Crawford is going to be totally gone to where we just don't see him at all, like Marvin Hagler, right? You know, Marvin Hagler, rest in peace to the great Marvin Hagler, but he kind of just disappeared. You didn't see nothing of him really. You didn't see him commentating, a guest commentator. You didn't see nothing really from Marvin Hagler. He completely just disappeared. I don't think we go to see that from Bud. You said Bud would be a great trainer. Yeah, Marvin moved to Italy. He moved to Italy. Hey, him and Ward commentating would be good. Yeah, he started doing, Marvin Hagler started doing movies and stuff in Italy. He became like an actor out there. He started a whole new life in Italy after that fight with Sugar Ray. Y'all smash that like button for your boy, man. Terence Crawford retires, y'all. I'm thinking we go get one more fight, you know, one more time to see Bud, you know, and before he ride on out. But nah, man, he said, you know, it's time to go ahead and check out now. And I think it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Great fighter. A fighter that the younger generation could look up to, young people could look up to be inspired by. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what we needed too for this era. Floyd Mayweather, while he did inspire some people, he left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths too. I didn't look too deep into any of that. I thought Floyd Mayweather was great, but Crawford, on the surface, was just he's that guy that the younger generation could look up to. Now, when I was younger, we want to be like Mike and all that, right? That was the thing when I was growing up, be like Mike. You know, I kind of want to be like Roy Jones. But the thing was, be like Mike, right? Well, the younger generation, be like Bud. The younger guys today, the kids today, the 8, 10-year-olds and 7-year, be like Bud. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy, man. Perfect ending, bro. Perfect ending. Just the perfect career, bro. The perfect boxing career. The perfect career. Dude never was sat on his ass. You know what I'm saying? He never he had a couple of moments that we can name on one hand where it was kind of rocky for him in a fight. And we could Gamboa and Mean Machine? You know what I'm saying? Where it was like a little moment where the dude capitalized big on him. Other than that, name him. Nobody. And in his biggest fights, that's when he showed up the best. You said why couldn't Terence compare notoriety wise to his kind of contemporaries like Mayweather, Leonard, Ali, and Tyson? He had all those skills but couldn't gain those type of fan bases. That's a really good question. Let me think. Let me think. Let me see how I want to word this. Because Sugar Ray and those guys, when we, I guess you got to break it down individually. Because Floyd Mayweather had a lot of haters. And Floyd Mayweather, he kind of villainized himself to really get into the position. Because Floyd Mayweather was a avoided fighter because he was just too good and nobody really wanted to deal with him. He was, he's one of those guys that was like Shakur. Like nobody wanted to deal with him. But Floyd Mayweather became that villain, and the rest is history. Floyd Mayweather is respected because of the money he made and just how easy he made it look in the ring. Um, when we talking Sugar Ray Leonard, he was the pretty boy coming out of the amateurs, the Olympic gold medalist. He had the smile, he had the look, he had the Sugar Ray Leonard had like almost everything. He checked all the boxes, right? He checked all the boxes. He was a tenacious fighter. He was a hell of a fighter, a very skilled fighter. He was mean. Um, and he could just do a little bit of everything except for run. I seen that dude dust him. That white guy dusted him. I can't remember what happened, but other than that, Sugar Ray Leonard was a hell of a guy, and he was the guy back then. Um, when we talking Mike Tyson, I mean, come on, Mike Tyson. He had the bad boy image. Kind of like how Tank got, but Mike Tyson was a real bad dude for real. Um, just Mike Tyson, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was polarizing. He's just polarizing people, and he was a heavyweight, right? Ali, that goes without saying. He was an icon. He's kind of beyond boxing, if you ask me. Um, they hated Ali too, but they eventually loved him, right? So it's hard to say why Bud didn't get that. Maybe because Crawford didn't get the fights earlier on in his career. I think if Crawford had got the big fights, if he fought Sean Porter and these guys, Errol Spence and all these guys a little bit sooner, I think then, he would have had time to really become that big, mega star like a Mike Tyson, right? But unfortunately for him, it didn't play out that way, but it still played out in a good way for him, right? Because he's still regarded as one of the greatest of all time. Salute to Cornelius Jenkins for the super chat. He says Crawford is definitely in the top 5 greatest of all time. He is one of the last of his era. I don't see anyone coming close to his achievements. I don't either, bro. I don't either. Terence Crawford, I don't want to be sound like I'm glazing or nothing, because that's not how I get down. But he's one of the best fighters ever, bro. Like he's literally one of the best fighters ever, not just boxing. Period. I'm talking about Muay Thai, kickboxing. Terence Crawford. If you had a top 10 list of the greatest fighters of all time, any sport, you got to put Bud Crawford in there somewhere. And I'm talking about like Sanchai, some of the great kickboxers like Ernesto Hoost, some of the legendary MMA fighters like Anderson Silva. You got to put Terence Crawford in there somewhere amongst all the other great fighters. Of course, Ali and, guys like that be in there too. But you got to put Bud in there somewhere. You got to. You got to put Terence Crawford in there. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. Honestly, out of all the great fighters throughout history in any sport, I don't even know any other fighter that had a career like he had. I don't know no kickboxers, I can't name them. I can't name them. Because even some of the legendary Muay Thai fighters like Danny Bill and Ramon Deckers and all these guys, they had some tough fights, some tough losses here and there. Maybe Danny Bill, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Terence Crawford, bro? Nah, man. One of the best fighters I ever seen, bro. Not just in boxing, period. Period. From his mentality, he has that Mamba Jordan-like mentality. He has the athleticism. He has the discipline. He has the skill set, the versatility. I mean, he's checking all boxes, bro. Bud Crawford literally was checking all the boxes. What box didn't he check? What box didn't he check? He started talking more, right? Because at first he didn't talk much. Then his personality came out a little bit more, right? So I mean, Bud Crawford, bro, hell of a guy, man, hell of a fucking guy. We probably ain't gonna get nothing like this for a while, y'all. You say he's one of the most accomplished boxers of all time. Yeah, he is. 3-time undisputed, bro. Nobody else done it. Nobody else done it except for Henry Armstrong. But this is the four belt era. So nobody else done it, bro. Nobody else done what Bud has done. Nobody has been as consistently dominant as Terence Crawford. No fighter, bro. No big knockout artist. Nobody. Not the great Muhammad. Nobody had a perfect career like Terence Crawford, bro. This was the. It's bittersweet. I hate to see dude go because he put on a hell of a show, but this was the best move to make. The best storyline move to make. Just get on out of here while you were undefeated. You still healthy. He didn't take really no damage like that, right? He didn't really take no significant damage. Of course, he may have had little injuries here, but all athletes have injuries. But man, hell of a guy, bro. You said the politics messed up his career. Yeah, politics was the only thing that probably politics is probably the thing that really held Bud back. See, politics and everything was in Ali's favor, because he was the guy that was kind of moving the needle. They needed that bad guy, the guy to hate. Mike Tyson moved the needle, right? The politics was in his favor because he generated a lot of money. Sugar Ray Leonard, same thing, you know. Plus, Sugar Ray Leonard benefited from having the other greats to compete with. You know what I'm saying? So that made his era that much greater. That made him that much greater competing against those guys. Now, if Crawford had a fought Spence, Porter, Thurman, if he had got a chance to get all those dudes in the ring, then he would have, you know. But he got Canelo Alvarez in the ring, and salute to Canelo for giving Bud the opportunity. Because really, if the Spence and Canelo fights would have never happened, then we wouldn't even have known. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't be here today, um, seeing Bud on his way out. Well, I mean, when we looking at his resume, um, he had a lot of good fighters on his resume. A lot of Olympic caliber dudes, a lot of undefeated dudes. Um, but he was only able to get really two super big names, and that was Spence and Canelo. But if you followed the sport, then you know why he couldn't get them. They didn't want to deal with him. Just like Marvin Hagler, dudes didn't want to deal with Marvin Hagler like that. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray didn't want to fight Marvin until he seen Marvin Hagler slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just how it played out. It's just how it played out. Because just because he didn't get the super names, that don't mean he wouldn't have beat them. Because he would have beat their asses too. All those dudes. Keith, all of them. Keith Thurman would have been a tricky fight, but he would have beat him too. He would have beat him too. Salute to Toronto royalty for the Canadian dollars. He says, I wish fighters didn't duck. Resume would be better. Yeah. At that time, fighters was doing a lot of ducking. They was doing a lot of ducking. They wanted a lot of money. Dudes wanted a lot of money to fight Bud. A lot of money. And for good reason. What did Pacquiao want back in the day? Like 40 million or something crazy? He won a shit ton of money back then. That was a lot of money back then, for Crawford and everything that was going on. That was a lot of money to be asking. But that's what he wanted. He wanted damn near $50 million to fight Boy back then. So, I mean, hell of a run. Yeah, Bud and Hagler got a lot of similarities. You said these guys rate fighters by name, not skill. Wait, what happened? What's going on in the chat? Oh, dude hating or something? Yeah. I don't know why would you come on here and hate. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker's great. He's great. You see, Latino fans get to praise and celebrate their fighters, right? But when black dudes do it, oh, we want to throw up rainbows and shit. We too cool to support people that look like us, right? We get shamed and called gay from supporting people that look like us. But the British dudes, the Latino dudes, and everybody else in the world get to celebrate their people and their fighters with no backlash. No fucking bullshit. That shit's crazy, bro. But when a black person does it, a black man does, oh, he's gays and he's rainbow and all this other crazy shit. And that's why we don't never get no fucking well. Because we too cool to support our own people. Man, that shit, boy, I tell you. Can't even just celebrate the retirement of one of the greatest fighters we've seen. Can't even celebrate it without somebody just throwing up rainbows and shit for no reason. That shit's fucking childish, bro. The Mexican fans get to show unwavering support. No rainbows or nothing. They supporting their fucking people. They're fighters. But when we do it, there's a problem. Yeah, Bud deserves all the credit, bro. Boxing ain't no fucking easy sport. He ain't throwing baseballs. He ain't throwing baseballs. Man, salute to Bud Crawford, man. Salute to Bud Crawford. He put on a hell of a show. He put on a hell of a show. Every fight, he put on a show. Name a boring fight from Bud. Name a boring fight. That's another thing. He ain't had no boring fights. Because even if it wasn't a super action-packed fight, which it was because he damn near stopped everybody, he showed you something. He showed you something. Damn, he doing this now? Oh, shit, I ain't never... Every fight, he was fighting different. It's not like he got up in there, start pot-shotting dudes, moving around the ring, holding, pot shot, move around, hold, pot shot. Nah, he didn't manipulate the game or none of that. He went in there and fought. And he closed the show almost every time. Come on, man. What are we even talking about? What are we even talking about?
Weisfeld scores at 116 to 112. Max Faluka and Tim Cheatham both have it 115 to 113. To the winner by unanimous decision, the Fighting Pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and Notoriety, representing an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence
Bro was trying his best not to cry. He was trying his best not to cry, boy. Woo, he couldn't fight it, though. He couldn't fight it. He absolutely couldn't fight it, man. It was so much. He just couldn't fight it. Damn, that was the last time we go see Bud in the ring, y'all. I don't think he's faking his retirement, y'all. At first, I thought maybe it was just like a, but after you see this, you go change your mind. Hit that like button for your boy, man.
Every fighter know this moment will come. We just never know when. And now, it's time. Thank you. In the beginning of another.
Terence Crawford.
was tight. That was tight. That was a great exit video. Salute to whoever edited that, made that. Salute to Bud Crawford, man. That was a hell of a video. Hell of a video. He's out of there, y'all. No more Bud Crawford boxing. No more. No more. You know what I'm saying? I think the only person that could probably get him back is Canelo, but he probably wants 100 million. Bud probably want that 100 million. Now I want the 100 million. Canelo ain't. Nah, I ain't going up off that. Or then I'm retiring. He didn't leave anyone out. I think he kind of did, low key. Um, but I ain't gonna say nothing. He did leave somebody out. I think he did, but because I'm friends with him. But you know, he did mention pretty much everybody though. You said Bud can still come back for one fight. Yeah, come back for just for one fight. But nah, he can't come back now. Not after all that. He just can't do it now. I don't think Bud ain't that type of dude that plays around like that. You know what I'm saying? That's something Floyd Mayweather would do. But Crawford, nah, I think this is for real, man. I think he's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone for a little minute. He's gonna be gone for a while. He may not come back at all. Yeah. Oh, he didn't mention the wife. He didn't mention. I forgot her name. He didn't mention her, man. He didn't mention her. He didn't mention the mom of his kids. He didn't. So yeah, for people who all up in his personal life business, yeah, he didn't mention her. So yeah. Then I'm sure you guys seen him with the woman in Dubai holding her arm and all that. She was holding his arm. But I think that was that Ashley chick though that he mentioned in this video. So I don't know, man. You know, I don't get too involved with these dudes' personal lives and nothing. But yeah, he didn't mention the wife. You know. Oh, he didn't mention Shakur. He didn't. He didn't mention his little bro Shakur. Damn, bud, you forgot some people, bro. You forgot some key people. You forgot to mention your little bro Shakur. Shakur probably hit him up. Hey man, what about me? Oh damn, man, I forgot. Damn, bud. You forgot about Shakur, dog. Dang. You gotta thank the little homie. He kept you sharp, dog. Dang. He forgot I can't pronounce his name because it's like a Muslim name. He forgot to mention his security dude, Quazim. I can't pronounce his damn name. But he forgot to mention Shakur. He forgot to mention, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with his, relationship with his mom and his kids. But yeah, but it was a great video. That was a great exit video. Excellent. And that's probably what he was talking about when he said, just wait for it. That's probably what he was talking about. Just wait for this video to get done. You said Shakur gonna be out. Yeah, he gonna be all right. Shakur got his own path to make. You know what I'm saying? Shakur got next, so he got to take the mantle and do right by boxing and don't put on rehydration clauses on fighters. Yeah, you said it's too many people. It is. He named a lot of people too. He named a lot of people. I'm just being an asshole. But Bud haters ain't got nobody to hate on no more, man. They ain't got nobody to hate on now. Who they gonna hate on? What Ray Jackson say? Crawford left a message on Twitter. Ray Jackson got on there and said, you ducking the Canelo rematch. I'm like, oh my God. You said Keyshawn leaving B&B will not be good in the long run. Yeah, a lot of people don't believe so, bro. A lot of people think that was a really, really, really bad move. I think so too. That was a bad move. You said Janabek fake Pop being dirty? Nah, I don't think Janabek faked that. I don't think he faked that. I'm not sure what happened with Janabek, man. He just don't seem like a guy that'll cheat to me. But he tested positive, man. Shit crazy. That's another thing. Crawford never tested positive, right? Come on, man. Let me put my hat back. He never tested positive. None of that shit, bro. None of it. Dude had an A+ career, bro. If there was a school for boxing, Crawford graduated at the top of the class, all straight A's every year. That's what he did. He never even failed a PED test, bro, from cheating. He never even got caught. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest fighters that we talk about pop dirty. Come on, man. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT, bro. He's the Jordan of boxing. He's like the Jordan of boxing. I was watching a Jordan documentary last night from some younger dude. I like to see the younger guys' reaction to Jordan because they didn't really get to see him. So they don't really believe what us older guys be telling them. A younger dude was watching it. He completely just said Jordan's the GOAT. I'm like, and it was some information in that video that I didn't even know about Jordan that made me like, oh my God, holy smokes. He's the greatest athlete ever. And I put Bud Crawford in that same type of cloth. He's cut from that same cloth. When we talking athletes, he's cut from that same cloth as guys like Jordan, Kobe. He's cut from that same cloth as those dudes. I can't say LeBron because LeBron ain't as tough as them. Crawford's tough. Jordan was tough. Kobe was tough. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when we talking athletes, yeah, man, he's amongst the best. You said Floyd is Jordan, Bud is Kobe. I could dig it. I can dig it. I watched the Kobe Bryant reaction from the same dude. And Kobe Bryant, I seen all of Kobe's career, and he was my favorite guy. You know, Jordan was my GOAT, but Kobe was my favorite. And Kobe Bryant was just, oh my God, bro. Come on, man. Just ridiculous, bro. Just absolutely ridiculous, bro. Kobe was just, oh my goodness. Baby Jordan. In some ways, kind of better in certain ways, but don't throw stones at me. But Crawford's cut from that same cloth as those type of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the mentality. The mental is the main thing. You ain't gonna beat me. I'm better than you. I'm the best. I'm gonna come ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing no games. I'm not taking no shortcuts. I'm gonna show up every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm show up every time. What's up, Damone Daniel? Salute. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. You said LeBron is Loma. Hey, I like Loma, man. Loma's my guy, bro. I like Loma. Big fan of Loma. He retired too, man. Two of my guys retired, man. Damn, all my fighters retiring, man. You said LeBron hate is so real. The thing with LeBron, bro, and I think LeBron is great, but the thing with him, it's a certain. The video I watched, bro, was a Jordan versus LeBron GOAT comparison video, and the only notch, and the dude broke it down, just very fair. The only category that LeBron won was longevity. But guess what? At 40 years old, when Jordan was on the Wizards, I didn't know this dude averaged 25 points a game. I didn't know that the Wizards, prior to Jordan getting there, we already know they was a losing franchise. He got them to the playoffs until he had that career-ending injury right before the playoffs. So even at 40 years old, Jordan was busting ass. He averaged 25 points, 5 rebounds, and like 4 assists or something like that. Hey, exactly. See, we gonna start talking basketball. I can talk basketball and shit for hours, bro. But Kobe Bryant won them chips without Shaq. You know what I'm saying? He won the chips without him. That's how great he was. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to prove to people that he could do it without Shaq. See, Kobe and Bud is a lot alike. They are a lot alike as far as mentality. Kobe has something to prove. Back when I was younger, I remember, because Kobe, how old is Kobe? When Kobe was 17, he got in the league. I was probably like 12, 11 or something maybe. But dude didn't even, I forgot what I was gonna say now. I forgot what I was gonna say. But him and Bud they have similar mentalities. And Kobe was, oh yeah, him gunning. Back when I was younger, the narrative for Kobe was he was gunning a lot. But really what Kobe was doing was trying to prove to the people that he could really play for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't getting that many minutes and shit like that because he was so young. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't getting that many minutes. So when he did get a chance to show up and show out, he showed up and showed out. But people said he was a gunner and all that. He never passed the ball, but he averaged like what, 5 assists, 4 or 5 assists. So you said Bud is the Jordan of accomplishments. Yeah, he is. Because Jordan had hella accomplishments, bro. The year he won the defensive title, Jordan, right? The year he won the defensive player of the year, he was also averaging 35 points a game. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, young Kobe was, man, Kobe was a beast, bro. I don't want to get too far off topic, but there is a lot of comparisons when we talking when we talking some of the greatest athletes, and that's any sport, boxing, basketball, football. Um, some of the greatest athletes had the same mentality as guys like Bud, Floyd, Kobe, Jordan, some of the great football players. You know what I'm saying? The sports that's really physical. You know what I'm saying? You said we need a basketball live? Man, we damn near, bro. I can talk basketball all day. All day. We can talk some basketball. I love some basketball. Yeah, Bud's the first three-time undisputed since Henry Armstrong, bro. And he's the first person to do it in the three-belt era. I mean, four-belt era. I'm sorry, four-belt era. So yeah, man, he had hell of a career, bro. He had a Jordan-like career. He had a Kobe-like career. You know what I'm saying? But I would lean more towards Jordan as far as career, because Jordan had a phenomenal career, hell of a run, and so did Bud Crawford. And Bud Crawford's the Jordan of boxing, or some people may say he's the Kobe. Floyd is Jordan. You said five lineals? You talking about Isaiah Thomas? He's probably one of the biggest haters out there today, man. He be hating, boy. Isaiah Thomas, you talking about Z? He be hating. He be hating. Jordan never lost in the finals. He's 6-0 in the finals. It's some other crazy stats, dude. It's another video I seen. 16 minutes of facts you didn't know about Jordan. And bro, it was some all this shit I didn't know. A lot of this shit I did not know. It made Jordan just the greatest athlete ever. Like I didn't even know this. And I watched Jordan's career as a kid. I watched it when he was with BJ Armstrong and them in 91 when I was a little kid. I remember all that. You know what I'm saying? But the stats when these dudes, these analytical guys break down the numbers and what he it's like, what? Like, dude, there was I can't even. It was just amazing. Some of the stats was just it's giving me the chills. Like, how the hell? I didn't know he did all that. Like, he was really that fucking good. So when we look back at Terence Crawford years from now, we can be like, damn, he was really that damn good. And we saw it all. I don't think we go truly realize how great Bud is until about another 10 years from now. Because I don't think nobody else is gonna really, I just don't see nobody else replicating what he did, bro. Not how he did it. You know? He didn't cherry pick opponents. He didn't cherry pick. He didn't do none of that. Right? He didn't go on a run to where he was just fighting. Like, you know how Floyd and Canelo went on these little runs where Floyd just fought a bunch of Latino fighters with two left feet, and Canelo went on his European tour and went over there and beat up on them dudes. Like, Bud didn't do none of that. He didn't get a chance to, but I don't think he would did it anyway. Because I think he wanted to fight the best. Like Jordan, like Kobe. You said nobody else is gonna come close. I can't see it, bro. Like when I look at the fighters that we got now, the young guys coming up, I don't see it, bro. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Because when we look back at young Bud, back when Bud was a lightweight and all that, man, he was he was clean. Just Gamboa was his only little rocky moment. And after that, he was just running through everybody, moving up and waiting. Start. It was stopping dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, we ain't gonna see nothing like this for a while. Easy. You said Bud surpassed Ward. I think so. I think he surpassed Ward because Bud was only second to Ward back when Ward was around. He was pound for Ward was number one pound for pound. Bud was only Bud was second when Ward was around. Bud couldn't get number one over Ward, but now Bud is. I think Bud surpassed Ward. I think Ward is on Go Avenue too, but I think Bud is on a. I think he's in a nicer little spot on Go Ave. You said Devin may become close as far as accomplishments. Yeah, he might. Devin Haney, he might. As far as accomplishments, if Devin Haney continues to do what he's doing and retire undefeated, um, yeah, but it's still like Crawford didn't have a moment like Devin had. Not to take nothing away from Devin, y'all know that's one of my favorite fighters, but that Ryan Garcia moment, Ryan Garcia. That's why I can't stand that bastard. He kind of like that was some messy shit. Missed weight, came in there, juice to the gills, all types of other stuff, and just kind of. But Devin Haney, outside of that, Devin Haney's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing. So these young guys got some big shoes to fill with Bud Crawford leaving the game. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they had a big shoes to fill with Floyd, but I think Bud filled them shoes. Surprisingly, a guy came and filled them shoes in Bud Crawford. And now you got people comparing Bud and Floyd, and a lot of people saying Bud can beat Floyd, he's better than Floyd, et cetera, et cetera. And I think Crawford has some big shoes to fill though. Because not necessarily how, his run, not only how his run played out, how clean it was, just a clean run, but how consistently dominant he was over the years, man. Consistently dominant how he was over the ring. He moved up in weight, challenged himself. He wasn't talking no coward talk with catch weights. And I mean, I ain't knocking the catch weights. But the rehydration clauses, handicapping fighters and shit, he wasn't trying to do none of that weak ass shit, bro. Oh yeah, Bud is a major country. Yeah, he is. He really is easy. That's why I need to try to get Bud on one of these shows. Once I get my setup and everything going, I'm gonna try to get Bud on here. What's up, Dragon Leg? Salute. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Bud on here, man. You said Keyshawn had a chance, but without Bo, that's done. Man, Keyshawn, he do got that same kind of like, as Bud, but I don't know. We go see, man. We go see how it plays out for Key. Hopefully, I don't think that was a good move leaving Bo, man. That was a really good style. You said Bud might train Key. You said it's the only channel that wasn't hating on Bud during the Spencer, because it was popular to hate on Bud back then. It was lucrative and it was popular, and a lot of dudes was doing it. And then it drew a line in boxing with the top rank PBC beef. It was almost like some gang shit. You know what I'm saying? I always liked Spence, but I stayed true to boxing. Bud Crawford's better than this dude. He just can beat him. I ain't seen nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it years ago though. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the main channels back in the day telling everybody how this dude, he's just different. He's good. Almost like how Timothy Bradley is saying it. But he knows for sure because he was in the ring with him and everything. But I'm telling you just based off what I'm seeing, this dude is a motherfucker. And it was proven to be right. He proved me right. He proved me right, man. He's a hell of a guy. Yeah, network fans, man. We had network fans back then, bro. That shit was crazy. You said Jay Prince got in Keyshawn's ear. You said they either fell off the or jumped on the train. You had to jump on the train, bro. It's okay to admit you was wrong and said, man, I was wrong, man. This dude, he keep consistently proving me wrong. He's a bad dude, man. I was blind, but now I can see. For nine, some people just don't like dude because Bud Crawford will get on social media and call you, talk hella shit to you. You know what I'm saying? If he see you on Twitter and you talking shit, he'll talk shit back. And he said some nasty shit to some of them bigger channel dudes. He said some pretty nasty shit to them guys. So they probably feel some type of way about it. But y'all gotta know what type of dude y'all dealing with, man. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what, Jason Williams? That's right. Crawford, everybody loved Bud. You couldn't find a Crawford hater. I remember we talked about it. But until he got to 47. Once he got to 47 and start pressing Spence, just wanted to fight. Oh, well, that's when all the narratives and he signed with the wrong promoter. He don't know how to sell. He don't make no money. All this other foolishness. That's when all that started. Bud shut everything down, bro. He shut all that shit up with his fist. You know what I'm saying? He shut it all up with his fist, bro. Kept winning. Kept winning. Yeah, Fanana's he be hating real bad on Bud. You said them dudes told a multi-millionaire he's a bad businessman. Come on, man. That none of that made sense. None of that stuff made sense back then. They said Bud was a bad businessman. This dude was a multi-millionaire with hella real estate and everything. But just because he's not flashy like the Charlos and all that, well, then he ain't got no money. That shit crazy, bro. Yeah, that was a thing back then, bro. Yeah, we gonna talk about Boots soon, man. Actually, I seen something to where Virgil fight might be in jeopardy. The fight might be in jeopardy, so I'm gonna look into it. Then I'm gonna have to see what's happening, man, because we got to stay on top of the ducking. Yeah, you said Bud stopped everybody at 47. Yeah, he did. He stopped everybody at 47. Everybody he fought at 47, he stopped them. He stopped everybody, and these guys was going tooth and nail with each other, and he got in the ring and handled them dudes. People thought, oh well, they was just shot fighters and shells of themselves. Then he gets in there with Canelo, washes him. Oh well, Canelo was on his last legs. Man, whatever, bro. You said Bud walked Arrow through negotiations. Yeah, he did. Salute to Errol Spence, though, man. I don't think none of this would be. I don't think none of this would have been possible without Errol Spence just going through with the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? For Errol Spence putting himself on the line, putting everything on the line. Errol Spence could have just could have kept playing games and followed the PBC script, and he'll probably still be kind of banging out here today. But nah, man, he went the other way. So salute to Errol Spence, bro. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the big fish, bro. I really don't. Because Terence Crawford's a motherfucker. And I always told people, that was a tough fight for Errol Spence. That was a tough fight for him. Bad matchup. And it was gonna take a lot of work to deal with a guy like Buddy. I don't think Errol Spence was ever ready for him. I just don't think, and then the time off and all that, Crawford just kept getting better. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button. Terence Crawford retires from the sport of boxing. Oh, speaking of Tim Zoo had a fight coming up. I think he fight this weekend or something. Coming soon. It's a low key, comeback type of fight for Tim Zoo. It's low key. So Tim Zoo trying to ease his way back into things. Yeah, you can't train for Bud, bro. Like you can't specifically train for him. The only thing you can do is find somebody with a long reach and somebody that can kind of do some shit. Somebody like Boots. You know what I'm saying? But you can never truly prepare for a guy like Bud Crawford. You just can't prepare for that. You just gotta hope for the best and shit. And just come in tremendous shape. And maybe get Boots in camp. But as you can see, that didn't even work. Because I say Boots would be the best guy to use to prepare for a guy like Crawford. Because Boots is really talented. But other than that, Crawford, actually dealing with Crawford himself is a whole different thing, though. He's just so smart. He's a genius fighter. He's just really smart. That's what makes Bud so good. He's just really a really smart fighter. Really smart. Yeah, Spence started a lot of the talking points because they wanted to get away from the fight. That's all that was. Those was good times though. I ain't gonna lie. It was chaotic and hectic. Those was fun times though. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of fun during that time. Going back and forth with the Spence fans and who was better. That was really good times, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. That was fun. The Canelo shit wasn't too much like the Spence shit. The Spence build up was just hell of because it was like a 5 year thing. And it was just always like who's ducking who and what's going on with when they go fight and oh, it's not happening at all now. You said Spence was cool avoiding Crawford till he felt he was being played. Man, I ain't mad at Boots from not fighting Bud. I ain't mad at Virgil. I ain't really mad at him, bro. I'm not even mad at them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad at him because I see what type of guy Bud is. He's a motherfucker, bro. You gotta be ready for that type of shit. You can't just get in the ring and just hope for. You can't because he hurts you. You can't make no mistakes. He adapts to what you're doing. He has a hell of a reach. He's a southpaw. They can fight both sides. I mean, he's an orthodox fighter. That can fight southpaw. Um, I mean, he could do everything, bro. And he's a hell of a fighter. So that's why Pacquiao, the great Manny Pacquiao, wanted like 40 million to fight him. And this is before Bud. What was this before he became undisputed? I think he was undisputed, and Pacquiao still was playing games. I can't remember. I can't remember the timeline, but hell of a guy, man. Hell of a guy. But we go do another show this Sunday. I'm gonna open up the panel and get some of you guys on the panel, and we go talk about your favorite fights and all that type of stuff. So we go talk about it this Sunday. Oh yeah, Al Heyman had to protect Spence, bro. He had to. That was one of their guys. Back then, I wasn't too. YSM kind of got me privy to the business of boxing over the years, so I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? Certain aspects, I get it. Like if you're looking at it from a business aspect, um, and this is why I told you guys, Bud was bad for business for PBC. He was bad for business because he wasn't gonna stick around with them. Now you best believe if Crawford signed a deal with PBC and worked with them full time, then they wouldn't have been as standoffish into making that fight. But Crawford was liable to go in there and whoop on all them dudes and take everything they got and leave. And that's pretty much what he did. He set the bomb and left. Yeah, Bob, Aram, and Freddie Roach said, nah, man, we keeping Manny away from him, bro. Freddie Roach know what he talking about. Oh, that John Molina fight was a good one too, man. Bud did some good work. Even in some of Bud's less popular fights, you can go back and watch them. It was still some good work in those fights. There's just a lot of good work. A lot of good work in his fights, man. You could really see some shit like, damn, this dude was crazy good. He was good. Cause, cause he didn't make you. He made you miss and he made you pay. And then when he gets you hurt, we know he's gonna go for it. He's going for it. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He ain't in there really playing around with you. Yeah, he kind of starts slow a little bit, but that's because he's in the zone. He's trying to control the tempo and the pace of the fight. Real strong ring general. Real strong ring general. I'm gonna go back and watch all of his fights. I know Top Rank got a lot of them, so go and watch some of his fights in its totality. Now, after seeing how everything played out, you said Abdullah. I think Abdullah needs some. I don't know, man. Oh, speaking of Abdullah, Mama Schofield said they want 10 million to fight him, bro. They want 10 million to fight Schofield. So, despite how I feel about the Sam Noakes fight, because I didn't like how he performed, I didn't like him getting hit like that. Um, Floyd Schofield didn't want a lot of money to fight him. So, yeah, I just don't want him getting hit too much. I think Abdullah still got a lot of work to do. He still ain't even really hit his man strength yet. He's still like a kid up in there fighting grown men. So once he get his grown man strength, he's gonna be a fucking problem. Right now, he's still like a little boy. He's still like a teenager. He still looks like a kid, even though he's not. But he's still maturing. So once he gets his grown man strength and start to grow a beard and all that type of shit, then he's gonna be a fucking problem, bro. Yeah, I heard Mama Schofield want 10 million to fight Abdullah. So basically, no, we don't want that fight. And don't Abdullah got the one of the belts at 135? Yeah. So yeah, they some jokers right now. They been doing a lot of talking lately too. I'm gonna see what they've been saying. I'm gonna talk about that as well. They've been doing a lot of talking to Schofields. Yeah, Mason's still learning, man. I don't know how extensive Mason's amateur run is either. You know, so maybe he's still kind of. I don't know if he had that extensive amateur background. Did he? Because if he did, he shouldn't be up in there getting. He shouldn't be in these little. But if he didn't, then I can understand why we seeing what we've been seeing from him in some of his fights, because he's still kind of learning on the job. Yeah, Schofield's in them. You said punch drunk talking shit about Bud? Probably because Bud told his mama to swallow him or something. He should have swallowed him or something. But yeah, you guys, Bud Crawford retires from the sport of boxing. Man, out of nowhere, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming this soon, right? I mean, I knew it was going to eventually happen, but I didn't expect it to happen this soon. Bud Crawford will go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time. Most people probably, I see a lot of people say he's in the top five. I'm not going to argue it. I think he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, period, in any sport. But we're going to talk more about it this weekend, of course, amongst the other things that happen in the sport. And yeah, man, hold up. Bud Crawford.
Thank you, GOAT, because you are the GOAT of this era. Terence Bud Crawford.
Salute to everybody, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Thank you guys for stopping in. Thanks to everybody who donated to the dojo tonight. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. And yeah, man, Terence Bud Crawford officially retires from the sport of boxing. Love you, Mom. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.